It's already week 6 of the high school football season. Hard to believe. I'm Fox 23 Sports Director Nathan Thompson, along with the Tulsa World's Barry Lewis, and we're going to break down the top 5 games this week. It was an article, your weekly column in the Tuesday edition of the Tulsa World. You can also get it on okprepsextra.com. So game number 1 is a big one in 6A2, District 2, Sapulpa at Muskogee in the Indian Bowl Friday night. It's also the Fox 23 game of the week.
Well, if this week's game can live up to what the game they played last year, we're in for quite a treat on Friday night. Last year, Sapulpa won 49-48 in overtime against Muskogee. And this week's game shapes up like, well, it could be another thriller like that because most of the key players from last year's game are back and they're doing great, having great seasons. And this is should be quite a night at the Indian Bowl.
That should be a good one. And as I said, it's the Fox 23 game of the week, so we will be live out there to preview the game at 6:20. We'll have highlights live at 10:15. And then our 30-minute show, High School Football, tonight at 11 o'clock. We'll be live out there for that. And Barry will be out there with us to talk about the big game and break down some other big games in Green Country. Game number 2, it's a Thursday night game. Broken Arrow on the road at Westmore. Westmore undefeated on the season. You can watch this game on YourView. That's Cox Cable Channel 3. So another test after Norman last week, another West Side test for the Tigers.
Yes, Broken Arrow facing another team that comes from the West that comes into the game undefeated with a lot of hype. Last week, Broken Arrow dispatched Norman after a slow start. I think they'll probably do the same this week against Westmore. But just like Norman, Westmore's got a quarterback who is really mobile and can throw the ball, so that'll be a challenge for Broken Arrow. And Broken Arrow will also likely be without their outstanding defensive back, Miles Slusher. But I just think in the end, Broken Arrow really will be too much for Westmore to handle. But could be an interesting game.
Yes, Slusher's been struggling with an injured ankle. Number 3 game, Tahlequah at Collinsville. Mike Brown will be out there for you guys Friday night. We'll have a live report in high school football tonight at 11 o'clock from this big Class 5A District 4 showdown.
Looks like it should be a tremendous showdown, but we thought that was going to be the case last year, and then Collinsville just blew the game open against Tahlequah 43-8. So we'll see if I think a key is can Tahlequah's great running back Daddy Leathers have his typical game against this week, but last year he was held to 22 yards and 14 carries. So if Collinsville can do that again, the Cardinals will be in great shape. I don't expect they'll be able to do that again because Leathers is just too good, and I think Tahlequah is the real deal. But this game has the potential to go down to the wire.
And then back up to Class 6A1. Union surprising this year, only 1-4, 0-2 in district play. Almost a must-win this week at Putnam North.
Yes, Union is in a situation where if it loses this week at Putnam North, then it's in trouble missing the playoffs. So it's almost desperation time for Union. They've got to find a passing game. They've had no passing game the last 4 weeks. That's very un-Union-like. So it's really gut check time for Union after last week's stunning loss to Mustang.
Now for your 5th and final game here, we go down to Class B, Watts at number 1 Regent Prep, and could be a huge moment, historically speaking, for Regent Prep this week.
Yes, Regent Prep's Jack Wright needs 1 touchdown catch to set the national career record that he shares now with Kirby Moore, brother of Dallas Cowboys offensive coordinator Kellen Moore. So it could be quite a night of a lot of celebrating Friday night at Regent Prep when he breaks the record, which I expect he will break the record. Somewhat overshadowed is that both teams are 5-0 and it's their district opener. So, but I think Regent Prep should be able to take care of business.
Should be a good one to see. Don't forget to pick up a Friday edition of the Tulsa World. You'll get a game recap of Broken Arrow's Thursday night game and, of course, a preview of all the action Friday night. And you have a nice feature in the Friday paper.
Yes, I have a feature on some former standout players from both local high school and college teams that you'll recognize their names real easily. They're recent players just starting their coaching careers, and we'll explore why they wanted to get into coaching and just catch up with them. So that'll be in Friday's Tulsa World. So
make sure you pick up a Friday paper and a Saturday paper to get all the coverage from the night before, the game recaps and the state scores, and as always, great pictures in the paper from the Tulsa World photography staff. Also go to okprepsextra.com. They're a great website, all kinds of stuff on there. It's really fun to go just kind of explore around that website. And for Fox 23, we will be live at the game of the week, Sapulpa at Muskogee at 6:20 to preview that. And at 10:15, live from the Indian Bowl with highlights. And 11 o'clock, our 30-minute show, High School Football Tonight. Barry will be out there live with us breaking down that game also. And of course, you can always go to the fox23.com sports page and click on the High School Football Tonight tab to see all of our coverage. Thanks.